Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone, especially to my beloved lecturer, Miss Nur Nabila binti Abdullah, and all my fellow friends. So here I am, want to discuss about the issue that I'm choosing with which emotional abuse among children in Malaysia. Before that, I want to share the great quotes from Dave Belzer. He says, the childhood need to be carefree, playing in the sun, not living in a nightmare in the darkness of the soul. So, refer on these quotes, it illustrates that children need to be placed in a harmonious and happy atmosphere instead of placing them in a situation where they feel unappreciated. I feel so sad with the children who face this abuse because have we know the great moment of human life during in childhood. When the children face this situation, they did not get the beautiful moment to make as experience. Alright, in addition, nowadays are getting more children that have facing these cases because through the data that I have studied in my assignment, both of data and also statistics are demonstrate emotional abuse become increasing by days and has the highest value. So it's very disappointed for me. So back to our issue. The first thing first, I want to define the meaning of emotional abuse, which is according for 2011, also said that emotional abuse is difficult to define and prove, and according Kasmini also states that emotional abuse is a hidden trauma. So emotional abuse able to demonstrate through child behavior and attitude. So what can we understand? Emotional abuse will be experienced by everyone, whether it is work pressure, dealing with financial problems, pains, and so on. However, emotional pressure on children is not like adults. At their age, emotional pressure is not appropriate for them to face because at an early age, children thought are marched towards wanting attention, encouragement, love, and so on. They face stress problem often due to bad action from family members and people around them. For example, parents use the harsh words and bad words to them. Use high intonation like to shout and like to fight in front of children. This matter is seen as a trivial matter, but it has a great impact on the children's cognitive development. Okay, most of us lack knowledge related to the emotional abuse, right? Because most of people consider emotional abuse does not cause any injury to children, so they do not need to focus on emotional guardian of children. But they don't know because emotional abuse can destroy children's soul until they show bad behavior. This situation for me is so sad, and I'm also pity on the children who face this problem. So here, I love to share a story about a child who faced pressure until she almost killed her sister. So the story starts with the child around 5 years, and she is often scolded by her parents and family members for often disturbing her younger brother. This child was scolded by her surrounding using with abusive words. You know what is abusive word? That can damage any children mentality. So they also guide them with beaten and not she not given love like her babies of sister. So much so that is child felt the pressure and wants to kill her sister. Not only that, her parents also saw the drastic changes in their children's behavior because she was often wild and often damaged things around her. In addition, to that, this child also showed extreme hatred towards her younger sister. So, from the story, what we can identify through the story, even she was in early age, she able to understand the concept of bias, and she was adapt fluently what their parents say and do to her, and the children want her sister feel what she was feel. So she decided to kill her sister. So it's proof everywhere, with every time the children was learning what people share and do around them. So what we need to do as an educator? Please to be aware with these cases and don't let children continue to grow up with their emotional suffering, because they deserve love and proper education as a human being. With the little knowledge we have as educator, we need to share it with the people around us to give them awareness of the importance of emotional care for children, especially for the parents of children and family members or guardians or caregiver. This knowledge is very important to us. Okay, so before end this discussion, I want to share one of the great quotes that we can adapt in our life, which is according Bob Kishan. He says, parents are the ultimate role model for children. Every word, every moment, and action has an effect to children. No other person or outside face has a greater influence on a child than the parents. And for the last, from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, everyone is responsibility for his wife and children and will be questioned about his responsibility on the judgment day. Sahih al-Bukhari. So, what we can conclude with our discussion, the children need us to give their deserve. Give them full of attention, full of loving, full of focusing to children to make their development with grades. So that's all from me. Thank you for lending your ears to hear my our discussion, and thank you so much to everyone. Thank you.